Well, good evening to you and welcome on this most perfect evening for a game of football. Conditions are absolutely splendid and the folk of this town have come out in their droves for this match. Why wouldn't they? It is an ideal circumstance for what could be an ideal game. Everybody has been attracted to it. It has been the talk of the town and the buses have been packed, double-decker buses lining up outside. Coaches have carried thousands of away supporters here too, and all of it adds up to make a terrific and crackling atmosphere. The match, I think, will be quite a spectacle.
Here's the Bournemouth lineup.
This one of the great amphitheatres of the game. You are welcome to it, and indeed to one of the grandest fixtures.
David Brooks.
It does seem to be a 4-3-3, Jim.
Yeah, and the two wide players up front can make the system pretty much succeed or fail. They'll be quite flexible in their creative movement. They like to drift in. At times they'll mix their game up and keep their width. And of course they're also expected to track any runs from opposition fullbacks. So they've got quite hard-working jobs. But if they can...
And that gets things running. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, a lot has been said about Martin Ødegaard, and some of his former coaches have mentioned the fact that he can get the ball in very small places and find solutions. And that's a rare skill which he's been able to hone on his travels, which are wide and long. Now, this is exactly what this team needs from him. Let's see if he can produce it.
Well, he would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. Lewis Skelly. Gabriel. Eze. Gabriel. That's the throw. Adams. Adley. Semenyo. And here's Evan Nielsen. What an adventurous run from a defender. And he's there to clear it. And that has been clubbed away. Ball's loose, and he's after it. Adley. It's got through, and... Oh, well defended. That had to be done. Adley. He's got the ball, he's got the space, he's gone for it! Goal! Bournemouth! Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
I just think it's clever positioning from clever movement, and when all of that is synchronised with the right pass, that's what happens.
Bournemouth goal!
A 1-0 lead established.
15 minutes is...
Yeah, and they know there's plenty of work left in this one, Peter, before they can actually say that the job is over.
Lewis Skelly. Eze. Lewis Skelly. Eze has a hit! And the ball's come out! Away from immediate danger. Eze. Shot! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
This is proving to be a very good spell. The intensity is great, but they've got to make it count. Well, Peter, look how far up the fullbacks are getting now. This is really high.
And constantly after the ball, aren't they?
Yeah, I think they're weighing up their options to see how long they can sustain this and suppress those wide opposition players.
Well played, he saw that coming. Forward it goes. Saka. White tries a shot! He has done it! That was easy, almost too easy.
Well, it's pretty damning on the part of that defence, Peter, that he was allowed so much time and space. But I think you have to give credit where it's due, and it was a brilliant setup and finish.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring.
Nielsen! He's pulled off a fine save.
Nielsen simply didn't do anything wrong. He was thwarted by brilliance.
Saka. Petrovic can claim that. Soler. Good spell of possession this, but very little to show for it. Good ball. Now the counter. Saka. Martinelli. Time to deliver. Eze. Now it's Saka. Played out to the right. Now it's Saka. Saka wants to play it back. Eze. Odegaard. Eze. Back into the middle. Rice. Lewis Skelly plays a clever pass. And they've been caught out here. Martinelli. And the ball is out of play. Hill. It's gone for a throw-in. Eze. Well, it did look promising to start with, but in the end they were thwarted before they could even make it into the...
The fourth official
Gabriel
has indicated there will be a minimum of 1 minute
to the
of
keeper
added time.
and try something new. And that is going to be the final. Arsenal get the ball rolling for the second period.
Arsenal playing well with lots of opportunities and plenty positives to take from the first half. Despite this scoreline, converting chances would make a world of difference for them.
Shooting chance! Superb goal!
Well, that's what the top players do. The ability to seize the initiative at crucial times in the game. And now this second half has a completely different outlook.
Martinelli versus the keeper, and only one winner.
Yeah, he just calmly faced the keeper and waited. It became a who blinks first situation. And for me, there was never any doubt as to who was going to come out on top.
Arsenal get themselves into the lead.
Yeah, for me, this team seems to find it easier to attack than defend, but now they're going to need to dig in at the back a bit.
Saka. Eze. Rice. Odegaard. Rice. Odegaard. Now it's Saka. Saka decides to play it back. Rice. Odegaard. Saka. Saka hits it! The Cherries keeping their men at arm's length here.
Yeah, I just think it's a conservative move to deny runners the opportunity of going beyond that rear guard.
Or certainly compared to what we saw from them earlier in the game.
Well, I suspect it's a case of searching for a more defensive balance now, Peter.
We've had a mobile phone.
And here's
if
Evan
you've
Nielsen.
lost your mobile phone, can you please make your way to reception?
This is good, that's a foul.
Thank you.
Well, he can't say now that he hasn't been warned.
Well, I think the referee would have told him to rein it in or suffer the consequences.
Gorgeous control there. Oh, that is asking for trouble. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. Diakite drills one in.
Bournemouth showing a little more urgency now, and to be honest, Peter, this is what's required.
Jim, there's not too much subtlety or sophistication about this. It really is a question of needs must.
Well, there's no two ways about it. This is what they have to do.
He's played him through. Gets the better of his man. Hits one! Sticks it away! Two to the good! They have breathing space!
Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they've perfected that on the training ground because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front, and they really commit forward in numbers too. It was all very well drilled.
The Gunners take a two-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
Listen, it's up to them now how they think about it from here, because for me it's crying out for them to force the issue.
Dinks one in. Soler finds himself offside. Kluivert. Soler. Kluivert. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
I think it's great to see that kind of application and desire from the forward who wants to help out his defence. I think, you know, any good team really, your striker should be the first line of that defence, and he's delivering.
He's in! Kluivert, he's onside. And the defence can get it clear. Hill. Soler. Saka. Adams. Eva Nielsen. Could be goes for goal! It's a goal!
Well, I think there's a few trying to claim offside, but he looks to have been on. Yeah, he was on.
Arsenal have turned to their bench and we're going to have a substitution.
Well, he's worked so hard for his side, as you would expect, but you couldn't help notice that he was starting to labour a bit, so it's no surprise.
We have got ourselves a game here.
I think they've done so well to get back in it, but it's important now that they don't become over-eager in chasing another. They only need one more chance. Patience is key. Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Well weighted. Kluivert gets on the end of it.
Look, with time running out, they have to get the ball in the penalty box, and if it means a long punt, then so be it. They've got to give themselves a chance.
Gabriel. Across the field it goes.
The referee has
That's been
indicated there will
drilled
be a
forward.
minimum of 2 minutes of added time.
Kluivert.
There's only one word for this. It's baffling. That team needs to figure out where the ball needs to be, and it's not there.
Hill. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. And in the end, it got away. They just weren't allowed to build on their lead. They lost their lead and they lost the game. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?